Hello and welcome to Mastering Microsoft Power Query video series. This is video number 15 where we're going to talk about merging queries with right outer join type. Without much ado, let's get into the Power Query. Let's load the data sets and let's try to understand this particular join type. All right, so let's go ahead and start loading the data set. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and launch the Power Query editor. So let's go to the data tab. Let's go to get data, launch Power Query editor. And we are in the Power Query editor. In the home tab, let's go to the new source file, Excel workbook. Like I told you in the last video, we're going to use a simple Excel which will have two sheets with two different data sets in which we're going to load it and understand these concepts. So let's select the data set, import it. And definitely for merging you need two queries to be loaded, so ideally we need to activate select multiple item. So we're going to choose these two and we're going to load them. These are straightforward Excel tables. I hope we would not be requiring to do any kind of transformations here. So the material cost column has three columns: material ID, material name, and the unit cost. And they are proper data types and they are well placed. So we're going to agree the promoted headers and the change type step. And let's go to the production requirements, and this also has done the promoted headers and the change type, which are perfectly fine. So now let's talk about the situation here. So in this case, I want to know how many units these guys have planned for each material. So the common column is the material ID between the material cost and the production requirement. So using this material ID column in the material cost and material ID column in the production requirement. So from the production requirement, I want to extract the required quantity. So once we get that required quantity over here, I can multiply that with the unit cost and then I would know what's the total cost we will incur. Okay, so but at the same time, it seems that there are certain materials they have planned, but I do not have them in the material master. So I need to know which are those material. Again, let me repeat it. There are certain material codes they have planned in the production, but those material codes or the material IDs are not there in my actual material master itself. These are new materials which are coming from the new vendors, but I don't have those data. So when this merging is happening from the material cost to the production requirement, my objective is to get all the matching details for these material IDs from the production requirement, but there are also material IDs in the production requirement which will not be there in my material cost, but I want to see them. That means you want to see everything from the second table along with the matching only in the first table. Okay, so this is the time we will use the right outer join. Yeah, so watch it, because you want everything from the right table, but you want only the matching records in the left table. Okay, so in this case the left table is going to be material cost. I'm going to do the merging queries here. So I'm going to make sure I'm in the material cost. I go to the home tab, I go to the combine group merge queries, and so we got the material cost on the top. Now here we're going to choose production requirement. The common column is the material ID. We select both of them. Look at the bottom. It says 54 of 90 rows from the first table. These numbers seems to be quite odd. I'm not able to get through what it is saying, but let's go ahead and click OK. I'm not changing the join type right now. So if I click here, I went with the default left outer, my friend. Let me show you on the right side. When I did the merging queries, I went ahead with the left outer. That means all from the first, only matching from the second. So let's go ahead and expand this. I don't need the order ID. I just need the required quantity and the tire model. So when I click OK, I am going to see this. And let's see, do we have a null? Yes, we do have a null. So let's choose that and let's see which are those. It says material 4, 5, 12. So that means these are the materials for which they have not planned anything. But what I want to see is, I want to see the ones which have been planned, but it is not there in the material cost. Okay, so I want to see that part. So let me just clear this filter, and let's go back to the merged queries, and I want to change the join type from the left outer to the right outer. Now you can see the numbers are quite different. I don't mind in that number. Just go ahead and say okay, and let's go ahead and expand it. Now watch closely here. You can see when I scroll down, you can see there is a null here, but we don't know what. You can see a lot of null here. That means these are the material IDs which are there in the production requirement, but it is not there in the material cost. So when we expanded the column, let's go ahead and click on the gear icon, and let's get the material IDs also, so that we can see. Watch this now. You can see it right now very clearly. So we got the null over here. That means 97 is the material ID, which we have it in the production requirement, but we do not have it in the material cost. That means they have planned the production for the material for which I do not have the cost at all. We are still waiting for the quotation from the vendor, but the planning has been already made. So this is something I was able to find out only when I went for the right outer, so that I can see all those material IDs which are there in the second table and only the matching records in the first table. Now if you see, you don't see the unmatched records of the first table anymore. You don't see that unmatched records of the first. It's all only those nulls. You don't see the nulls here anymore, which we saw in the first place here. When we clicked on the required quantity, there was a null when we went with the left outer. But right now we are not seeing that at all. We are seeing the null over here for the ones which are there in the production requirement, not in the material cost. So this is an absolute example to show you that what is right outer join. So I hope you got the understanding about this particular type of join, and we will catch up in the next video talking about the next type of join. Until then, take care of yourself. Signing off, Hariharan.